Alright, so I did not really know what else to play, and there was actually a Christmas sale on this one, so why not? I did not really spoil myself with any videos or something. I barely know what the game is about, I just heard it's good, so let's begin. Loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Seems reasonable.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Well, that is indeed pretty weird. Oh, I can't move. Maybe it just came in too early or something, but I highly doubt that too. 427. Alright, so I guess we just step out of the office. More rooms with desks.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't
Stanley
know.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The meeting room. I highly doubt I missed a memo if I sit on my desk all day, but whatever you say,
No
dude.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
True. Huh? 435 left his monitor on. Noted. Chaos. Chaos rules this office. Even more desks. Oh, this isn't a mirror. Alright. Let's get to this meeting room. That's actually not the worst painting I've seen.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is that so? But what if I, take the right door? And now. For now, I'm gonna obey the rules. Or do as I've been told to. So he takes the left door, since there's no other option back. And closes. Alright. So there's choices and stuff. Boy, do I like choices! Alright, is this the meeting room? Hello?
Yet
I'm
there
late.
was not a single person here either.
Fucking
Feeling
A.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Meeting room. There's a lot of stuff written on these boards. There was just something that said how not to get fired. I actually wanted to read that. Might be useful. I read the last bottom was, oh. Everyone is unique. It's true. You most of all. Oh, stop it, you! Alright. What was I going to say? The last point was don't get fired. That's pretty good advice. Alright, let's search for the boss's room. Everyone fucking shuts down. Every door closes. Broom closet. Upstairs, was it? I guess.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. That's what he did indeed. That's what he did. Because he has no clue what's going on. Holy fuck. Motherfucker living large, is he? Jesus. Executive bathroom too. Executive. Alright. He is living large. Susan, you in? Not even Susan is here today. That's not good. There he is. Boss?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
What is he talking about? Oh. Uh-huh.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What passageway? Nothing opened, everything just closed. Don't fucking... Oh. Never mind. Hello? Noises. It's pretty dark. Do I have a flashlight? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's go down then. Oh. Some weird office. More loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Yeah,
Why
he
did
should.
he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Because for now, he wasn't alone for a whole hour at his desk. Jesus. Alright. It's just pipes.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I do what? No. No, I don't. There's an escape route. Mind Control Facility. I don't think so, good sir. I've done everything so far that the narrator said, so I'm not really feeling the mind control facility. Fuck this, let's go out of here.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? Are you sure? Maybe he's just kidding. You know? But mind control facility? I'm not really sure about that
But of course,
either.
Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Did he? I'd rather be dead than mind controlled. Let's
Nope.
go.
Still on board with death?
Yes, sir. I am. It's cool how the narrator takes track or something.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
But I won't. I
At
won't.
this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I'm not afraid of this shit. Whoa. It's just red light. Doesn't mean it has to be bad. There's good red light too. Okay, one. Instead of one look back. Can I zoom? No. Goodbye, cruel world. Loading. Am I dead now? Ow! See? I'm not even dead. I have steel legs.
As the
Apparently.
machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
I can't jump.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
I got an
Trapped
achievement.
forever in his narrow vision of what this
Can't
world
jump.
is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like
Fuck
plucking
it.
eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Stanley!
Farewell, Stanley.
Huh?
Farewell, Stanley, cried
Huh?
the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
No, it didn't. Yikes! Huh? Huh? Boxes? What the F is this? I'm not dead. So it was a trick, huh? Fuckers. Oh. Or is it game over? This just brings me back to the starting point.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Is that so?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Not really. Stanley's computer office layout. You started here? Yes. Corridor. Do I have choices in the corridor? Not really. The two doors. Can I go back to this point? Apparently not. Is this my desk? Oh, I can't jump. I forgot. The office. It's closed. Button sounds. Huh? That's nice. Credits. So am I dead or what? Or desks? The office. Maintenance room. War zone. Some paintings or pictures. So do I have to restart the game? Or not? Not quite sure yet. What do we have over here? I always want to zoom in on the right mouse button, but I can't. I can't! Exit, aha!
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Says. Do I click it? Ugh! It's dark now.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Now it's dark.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Funny.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let...
Alright! Alright. Begin the game again. Let's go. I hope I'm doing the right thing. Restarting. Alright. No fucking around.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No fucking around this time. Do I want to check the mind control facilities, or just take a ride here, take a complete other path. I don't want to go into the mind control room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Not this time, good sir.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's exactly what Stanley was trying to do. How did you know?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Can I drink some coffee? No, of course not.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Ha! Huh. Hello? This is gonna lead me right back to main control room thingy. Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
He knows how to stay undercover, you know? Wow. How do you even get? Is there a crane for it? Oh, this thing. But still, a lot of boxes. Warning, do not jump off. I can't even jump. Told me before.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
What are you talking about, her? Hello?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
For what? Who is she? I just wanted to avoid the main control room. That's all. I don't want to hurt nobody. Huh? Yikes!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to
No.
her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I don't want to. Okay. Hello? What the?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Ugh!
Gotcha.
Fucker.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
No.
They'd want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Motherfucker, I was just going to trust him again. Hey, honey. Blah. I'm
This is a
home.
very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I gotta press buttons.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Shut up.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
Now he's gonna
One might
punch
even
you in
feel
the
sorry
fucking
for
face.
him, except that he's chosen this life.
I'm not gonna press O, I'm gonna press N. It's not working. Shit.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Are we done?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
What the F?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Am I dead?
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. But if I press 7, it's gonna bring me back to the game and I can start over. Even though I don't see what I did wrong. Motherfucker! I'm gonna press 7.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Well,
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And
am I dead again? Okay, wow. I didn't really know what I did wrong, but okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm really sorry for having to start all over again, but I guess that's the point of the game. Finding the right way to go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, fucking mind room. Let's go. Let's go to the mind control room then.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Good tips. Good tips. Okay.
Coming
There's-
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's downstairs too. Hello? I'm just gonna keep that in mind for next time I'm dead. I want to check out this mind control room. Hey boss. It's good.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Hey, I
What
pressed
could
4.
it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Oh my god. This fucking game is awesome. Alright, open the fucking door already. Are you shitting me? Okay, there
Feeling
we go.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
It's awesome. Okay. Mind control room, here I come. Boop.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, he does. Fucking asshole. Hello? I'm Stanley.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Right now, pretty much yes. There's nothing that can fuck me up even more right now. I hope. Okay, there's this one button. Cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true
No.
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Well, but number 104 got fired. I guess he talked too much. Gee, this looks actually awesome. Well, there he is. 104. He's fired. Someone else? 601. Right. It's actually a bit scary.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Don't know. Looks like it so far. If you don't accept it blindly, you die.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
No.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes, he will. There's a number 3. What is that? What if I push one of these buttons? I can't. Huh. Alright, let's find number 1. There we go. Just press it and see what happens. Apparently nothing. Let's get inside. Nothing either. Five. Alright, let's go back to 1 and press them all. 1, 2, 3 was over here somewhere, if I remember correctly. 3, 4 is probably over here. Don't fuck with me. Where's number 4? It's in here. Mind controls idle. Waiting input. Still can zoom in. Where's number 4? Oh, power button. Can't press it though. Can't press it. Am I actually up there? Tricky bastards. 4. Still can't jump down. I have all the time in the world. No one else is at work. 5. Now the red button. It's not working. No. Oh, I thought there were more numbers. 'Cause there's a 10. Looks like that's a complete waste of time. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On or off? Yikes. Hello?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Wow. That's awesome, but it can't be it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game. So this actually is an ending. Okay. That was actually rather short. So, if you don't mind, I will continue and check some other options right fucking now. What? This is not the way the office looked the first time. Oh, do I actually choose to... Oh, maybe I skipped the beginning part. Let's do that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going downstairs. Right. Right.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, he didn't. This time he was going downstairs. The parking lot.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
Aye.
I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
What the
And then
hell?
perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now,
Come
hearing the voice
on.
speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Shut
He
him the
would
fuck
prove
up.
it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
But I'm not. That was fucked up.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Yuck. I must be Canadian.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What a bitch! Call a fucking ambulance! Was Stanley right? Okay, so don't ever go downstairs.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
That's different from the usual beginning.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, what's left? Left upstairs, boss room. Pretty much everything done on the left. There's the, the room with the boss. Just of everything done on the left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope.
Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Do I do that? Let's check it out.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No. He didn't.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Fuck you. Open the other door. Okay, only
Oh, no, it's to the right, man.
What? Asshole. Is he gonna play with
No,
me?
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Papers rustling.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Out too fast. Can't close it. Okay, what do you mean this story? Alright, let's go down here. Pipes from the other side. It's the room. I got here without the boss. Personal key.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Ah, too late.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Now! Oh, God. Okay, but I guess this pretty much covers everything up.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's just one last try. Did I miss any? Are you fucking... What is this game? Doors are closed.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh,
That's awesome.
Change. Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. I can't jump. I can't use this one. I know there's a story behind these two, but maybe there's another one behind here. This one looks most tempting. Huh? Did you open every fucking door?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh! Oh my god, you fucker! This is the last time. Why is there...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is actually the last time I'm doing anything in here. Ha 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 ha! Very funny. Very fucking funny.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
We can't! Oh, thanks. That's so weird. Username exists. Doesn't really look like I missed anything. Hello?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Does it? Fuck.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
I'm sick of your shit, mister. Ugh. I never was here. fucking sorcery is
Now
this?
well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Do you remember, Stanley?
yeah, I do.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yes!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Yes, I did.
People win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Come on. Oh my god. I just want to die or find another ending. What? The adventure line.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I can't do that. I definitely... This is not what... This is new. But the story is over there. Narrator? But the story is over there. Hi, story. Fuck the story. When you
See? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
It's
Nope.
an adventure
Here's a
line.
thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah, that will be... Are you fucking shitting me, dude? It's not lightning the mood at all. Fuck this game. Okay. Almost done. Cut the fucking music, please. God. Why am I even doing this? Financial records.
Cut the music, go back, and look at that film.
Thank God! More music?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
What's for?
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
What's a firm? Shit. What do you mean with the firm? Is that that's the carpet, right? What's firm? I don't know. Just don't know. Maybe it means this line thingy? Is it? Oh my god.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
What? Is it? Oh.
Oh, No, 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 not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No! I just want it to end! What now? It's the same fucking line. Say something, dude. Dude.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Nothing
We're
good.
Intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Nice, finally. Sounds like a good idea, Mr. Narrator.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Me too. At this point...
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Oh, fuck this line. Not gonna follow it anymore. Even though it's tempting a little bit. Not gonna follow it this time. Not gonna follow it this time. Yeah, you better take off. Stupid ass line. Here we go. How are we talking?
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Are you fucking shit?
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Good.
Another victory for logic.
I'm
Come,
fucking
Stanley.
over it.
Our destiny awaits.
Think of... What?
Oh, hold up, what's this?
It's the same fucking room, you dick
Confusion
face.
ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer clock stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Ah! Fucker. Oh, come on. Is this still the ending? Do I still have to go? Okay. Let's find out.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
A fucking dick game. Probably, this is the part where the narrator forgot about the restarts.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But no.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
This is really the last time.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room?
Shut up.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh. Okay, yes.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. 2, what was it? 8,
Okay,
4,
I think
5.
we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passenger. Quelle surprise.
Okay, that was cool. So he did know. So he did know about the restarts. Alright. One more time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yep. That's what he did. There's the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, he thought there was a ladder.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alright. I'm not really sure if you can do something in this numbers
This
room.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So last time I'm trying this. Last time I kind of pressed them in the wrong, not really pressed them in the wrong, in the right order. So I pressed like 1 and then 5 and then started by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time no interruption. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If nothing happens. Nothing happens. I'll be off. I'll be off. I'll be off. What was that? Okay, I'll be off. See the ending again. I don't know. No. Wait a second, I can press the on button.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
Okay.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
It's still going.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Why is it not
These
working?
Are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door.
Fuck you, dude.
Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
Shut up.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless, to see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you
What?
can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.